think this situation, you don't even understand really what these guys are talking about. So I can go on and talk a lot to impress a lot of you, but I'd like to come to the point. I don't know if you think honestly about what I said right now, that environment is an international matter and governments cannot help us. We people have to be internationally connected to each other in a serious way, the way the Baha'i faith started in a grassroots. Then you all have to join Baha'i faith. If not, start another one. Baha'u'llah says, I haven't come, to create a religion for you to follow. Go ahead, choose another religion. Choose any means that at grassroots level you can connect people to each other. Like the way Canadians are connected, make the people of China and India and Africans and Eskimos and all to get connected. They feel they're all one people on one planet. Remove these alienations right now. Can you do that? We have done it largely in Canada. It's an amazing country this way. So the step one really for the rest of the countries, if they are seriously talking about this, they have to see what Canadianism is in this country, and they try to understand and copy, learn from the Englishman who started Canada. And they set aside all those problems in Ireland and Scotland and Wales and this and that. And they came here together and married and remarried. French moved in and the rest of the European came. It became a united Europe at one point. Then they went further away. They brought people from India and China and Arabs and all over the world. So it's very volatile because there's no real plan for Canada also. It's just a natural thing that's happening. Where is it going to go? To a dead end at the moment? Yes, it is. It's going to be chaotic. But something great is happening though here. So we have to understand and try to give this idea of Canada to the rest of the world, so people understand how they can actually collaborate with each other beyond this color and language barriers and culture, and see how where the ties are that we can get connected. We're all part of the bodies of one humanity. Part of us look like hand, part of us look like leg. That should not be the cause of alienation. Things have to be put in perspective and then a unity comes around. What do we do about the spreading Canadianism? Nothing, really. Our government, so oblivious. Great hearts, people like Trudeau. Even this is Stephen Harper. All of them, great, politicians in Canada. Really good-hearted people. But no clue, my dear friends, of what's coming in this country. We're trying to create, a pattern how the world can come together. This is like a primordial soup here to spread this idea all the planet. Once you get this consciousness that, oh yeah, okay, there is one planet, all right, good. We're all same people to defend each other, just like Canadians, they defend each other at any time. Immediately the government of Canada comes in, even if Canadian is an Iranian, got caught in Iran, they try to defend him. Or Maharara is caught in Syria, immediately they go, look at him, this guy's Arab, that guy's Iranian. Government of Canada looks at the Canadian, all, Canadian citizen. This mentality has to go all around the world. Which, as I said, very largely, we are ready for it, and heart, we are there. But there's no proper plan. So, don't talk to me about the environment, you guys. If you're talking to me about the environment, you're the guy who's talking about how to decorate the bedroom, and he has not even laid the foundation for his house. that irrelevant is. You talk about environment to me. You're talking about decorations, air conditioning in the house you're talking about, and you have not laid one stone in the foundation. You don't know even where your lot is. You see? All utopians ideas that does not give any fruits. The effort that just no good. So, if man has to deal with this environment, man has to be recognized once for all. You have a genome for the man, I don't know, so many $1 million to know, so his chromosomes, then put together to know that man also has a soul. Get this grip of this. You don't know it, get your scientists to know it. Once you know who the man is, now the definition is clear. Man lives in a society called planet Earth. So let's look at it. That's our problem. All of the citizens of the planet have to come together on the grassroots level. Our government cannot unite us. Sorry. Governments are the embodiments of our differences. Yeah. No government in a democratic country completely represents all the people. A majority. What about the rest? So, we have to use the great ideas, the great minds. Nobody except Baha'u'llah so far in the planet has come up on the very inception of this ideology, divine philosophy, fate that he calls it, to come and create on the very outset a universal government. Baha'is are all members of a universal government. All of them are. So, if we get to this understanding, we can talk about a lot of things. We don't need to talk. Automatically it will be solved. Believe me. The solution to the environment, it's an automatic interjections, shall I say, of the big picture, automatically. A universal government immediately takes care of the environment in a right way too. There is no enemy. Nobody's against anybody. No politics dies at that time. Totally. Politics of, ideology that this guy's a different culture or that we have to fight him. There's only politics against criminal. That would be policing. That's not politics. The moment you kill the politics by creating the universal government, politics dies, national politics dies. It becomes, economical policies and this and that. There's no hostility. There's no government. There's no armies. This is the most shameful things man does, having army against each other. Really. And their biggest enemy are the bacterias and viruses that are powered by their oblivion of not knowing what they're doing somewhere else, and then creating mutations. And who knows what they're doing and what can do. A lot of people can die with many, many things that we're doing because there is no universal government to really think what's happening in certain countries that would affect the planet. We don't have that. Is that so difficult, really? That at this point, when the science has gone that far, that we go on the webcam and see this guy in Japan, by the Google Earth, we know the whole planet. How can people be that close and not yet organized? This is the most chaotic time in the life of people. People 6 million years ago, when they have a little bit of closeness, immediately they thought they should have a government for a village, a city, a country. They were never that close like us today without a government. Today, the language of science has connected us so much. Never ever mankind have been closer. Ever. and the planet Earth than today. And yet in this such a close nearness, we have no government for the people of the earth. It's pathetic. It's such a great oblivion. Oh my God. I cannot fathom the ignorance, the irrelevance. When this man talks to me about the environment, trying to stop this road that goes somewhere because there are certain salamander living in this. As I said, he's taking estimation from contractors for the air condition of the house and telling me, where is your land? He doesn't know. Have you laid any foundation? No. That's what it means to talk about environment, but there's no clue, no movement, nothing that you can see. Okay, part of the people of the United States, at the time that Woodrow Wilson come up and says, okay, let's have a League of Nations. It's all governments are trying to create a unity. What about people at a grassroots level? What really, is there any mechanism that connects Canadians here to Americans on the other side? Us to the people in Sri Lanka and India and China. Yes, Baha'i Fit does that, has done that for, 100 and some odd years. Go for yourself, study it, and see it with your own eyesight. You have eyes, see how they're connected. I don't want to repeat myself. I've said this story when I was coming from Iran. I was in India and I came to Canada through to Japan. I was stopped, sent back to embassy, and immediately I called long distance the Baha'is in India. They gave me the number of the Baha'is in Japan. And they came right away to help me, say to the Japanese authority that I am a true Baha'i and I am not a fake. I'm a true citizen in this country with a landed immigrant visa. And then they halted the process, and I wasn't given to the embassy of Iran, which was willingly, very nicely getting ready to get me. See what an international family it is? We need that at grassroots, at the bottom line. We have to know. There are people in Ghana, there are people in Libya and Egypt that they think like us. They have the same notion that the world is, one country. People are all the citizen. Man and women are equal. Religion has to be according to science and logic. See, these principles of Baha'u'llah, they're the fundamentals of creating the Constitution of America. He has done it. People are out there. I don't know these words are very useful, but I'm trying to use all the resources that I have after I'm finished on the internet. Maybe people can hear it and somebody gets up and does something. Talk so much. I'll talk later about the rest of these ethical things that man is trying to find himself to replace the religion with something else new, because they have no meaning for their life, and so religiously they're attaching themselves to the environment. Becomes a religion of agnostics. But as a matter of fact, they have no clue what they're talking about. I'm sorry to say that. Because they're all talking in the national and local levels. They don't have the grip of the whole world. And those who do, they're scattered in the wind of the politics. No organization. Total chaos. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.